This program has been made possible by the generous support of the Women's Foundation, the Ford Foundation, the McCormick Foundation, Zero Divide, the Stewart Foundation, the Nathan Cummings Foundation, and the California Endowment.
Hey yotv, welcome to our show. This is Youth Outlook Television, and you have been invited to join us for this episode, which is about family. It's about the cornerstones of family, the people that are the glue in our homes. They're about our mommies and our grandmommies and our great-grandmommies, the people who made us, who raised us, who we love the most, and who we miss, some of us. Our first story, I'll take it to my house. This is my tribute to my great-grandmother, Lillian Johnson, a woman who was beautiful, and I love her, and I will always remember and honor her. And I'm gonna share with you, some real deep, touching, emotional stuff about my grandma, because I love my grandma. That's up next on yotv. My great-grandmother, Lillian Mae Johnson, lived a full life. In her 86 years, she raised her own 2 children, along with future generations of grandchildren, which included my mother and later me. We had our good times, we had our bad times, but through it all, it has meant the world to me to have been blessed to have known such a strong and beautiful woman.
Because all I remember mostly is going to school and coming home and doing homework or something like that. I minored in dance at San Francisco State. That was fun to me.
Born in 1922, my great-grandmother moved to Berkeley in her younger years with her parents, who moved to California from Texas in 1918.
You move where you can find a home. We always had a home, no apartments.
She went to some of the same schools I went to and even met her husband, my great-grandfather, at the same park I played at as a child.
James Russell Johnson. We used to go down to San Pablo Park with the other kids that were there. We would all meet at San Pablo Park. We would have a dance session. We would dance a while all afternoon because he went to the Navy and the war. We got married on a Wednesday, and Friday he had to ship out to war. So then we didn't see each other for a year.
For 44 years, she lived in the same house, on the same street, and had the same phone number. Last May, she passed away, but the lessons she taught will forever be instilled in my character. So much wisdom, so many years, so much experience. There is an African proverb that says, "When an elder dies, a library burns to the ground," teaching me to cherish my elders while they're still around. All right, so the topic at hand is family, and we're going to keep it in the Yo family. Yo has a mommy. Yo's mommy, Youth Outlook, is New American Media. So Jose Rojas, who is our next young man paying tribute to his mother, is part of our family here at Yo. He's my brother, in a sense. This is him paying tribute to his mother, who is a saint, to say the least. She does it all. She feeds people, she houses people, and she finds time to cook excellent food. So that's up next on yotv.
My elder, the person who I chose, is my mom. And, she inspires a lot of what I do. I'm an artist, I'm a journalist. And, I see her doing her thing, and it just makes me really happy. She makes me very, very proud. She's a single parent. She raised 4 boys by herself. I think what gives her a lot of strength and, in turn gave me a lot of strength growing up was the fact that she grew up in a very sort of faithful culture. She came from El Salvador and raised 4 kids here, a whole war era a big thing about her is that, she believes in faith. She believes in seeing things that are not there. She believes in creating things. My mom goes all over Latin America, and she spreads her beliefs. She spreads and she speaks about what she believes. My mom is a missionary, so she's been everywhere from guerrilla towns in El Salvador, giving toys to kids, talking to them about God's love, to jails in Argentina and jails in Nicaragua. Being a nanny and raising 4 sons and cleaning people's houses in San Francisco, and then going out and doing all this missionary stuff, I think it's just very brave. And everywhere she goes, she's just spreading love. I apply some of her approach to life to the stuff that I do. With the art that I do, it's a very community oriented thing. I think the facility that I've got to speak with people when I'm out and interviewing them is a lot of the facility that she has when she's witnessing to people. She really enjoys being around people. She really enjoys sharing herself with people and sharing God's love and letting it shine in your face. So, me and my mom just recently had a mother and son art show where she's showing off some of her 3D collages that she does. It's a very proud moment. It's a very proud thing for me to be able to show my art with my mom's art. So I think in the making of what I do, in the makings of an artist, of a journalist, she had everything to do with it.
This is Jasmine A, and this is the episode about family. It's about young people paying tribute to their elders. This young woman, Jaquila, was an intern with our summer program, and she felt that for her project, she wanted to pay tribute to her grandmother. So this is a really intimate scene of Jaquila sitting down with her grandmother and them talking, just generations shared in that small space. And you're going to get to see it in a video, just reminiscing. The grandma's talking about her life. Jaquila's talking about what her grandma has been to her. It's very touching, and it'll fit right in with the others. So hope you enjoy it, YotV.
My great granny is the only woman I know as my mom. I call her my granny and my G thing. She is the first person I saw as a child. She brought me home from the hospital when I was 3 days old. Growing up with my great granny was hard because she wasn't always able to come to my school events or anything else. Even with her disability, she still took care of me and the house. I went into foster care in the 4th grade, and from there on out, my granny told me it was just her and I. She took care of me when nobody else did. She never gave up on me. She always taught me in life that there's never a wrong, but I know I do wrong. I'm not always an angel, but I'm an angel in her eyes.
Kids?
Yeah.
1. 5. I think it's 15, I think. It's about 17 or 18 of them. Oh, my parents was great. My mother was a teacher, my father was a minister. And it was great growing up. I didn't have everything I wanted, but I had everything I needed. We wasn't allowed to mix with the uneducated kids. We wasn't allowed to mix. And we went to school, we went to church. My mother sewed. She kept us nicely dressed. My mother was a teacher in the school. I went to school every day. I graduated from 11th grade. We didn't go to 12th there. From 11th grade, I always made good grades. I was active in school. Oh yeah, me and a couple of girls had fights. I had plenty of problems in school with children that didn't care too much about me because I had long hair and was light-skinned. Yeah, they used to set my braids down in the inkwell. When I'd go to stand up and jerk my head back. They used to pull my hair. They used to pinch me. They used to fight me. They used to stick pins in me in assembly and make me jump. I was slapping them and biting them and fighting them. I even slammed the door on one hand when school closed in the 11th grade. I left there and went to New Orleans to live with my brother. And I left my brother and got married to Washington, come to California. Well, I was in the South down in Louisiana. So I came here to get a better job and do better. I've had a better life. I've made more money. Well, it's changed quite a bit. It used to be a real nice community, and now it's full of dope fiends, drug addicts. Life is great. Life was great. And it's at my age, it's still great because I've got a slew of grandchildren, great grandchildren, and all that stuff. You don't have to put that down there.
I do anything in the world for my grandma because she means the world to me. I love her with my whole heart, and if I had to die for her, I would.
So next we have our vlog. This is our resident vlog for the day. From our website, we have lots of these. This is just out the can. We do this all the time. But this one is about Oprah and the frenzy that ensued when she offered everybody free chicken. Apparently, the days when grandmama and mama was cooking, it's over, except if you're Josue, because you seen what his mom was cooking. But other than that, everyone is flocking to KFC to get some of this free chicken that Oprah was providing. And me and Erica X shared our thoughts and concerns with this and the message that Oprah sent to everyone by endorsing KFC grilled chicken. That's up next on YoTV. First and foremost, our topic is this week's biggest thing, which is Oprah and her free chicken.
Oprah and the chicken.
But we want to just let you know, in case you guys lose interest or lose sight or don't remember what the purpose is, we also wanted to talk about being black chicks.
Right.
Every week, Yo Blogger looks a little different. This week, Yo Blogger has straight hair and bangs, and
Erica X is rocking the lovely Corinne Bailey Ray look. When I tend to, just wear my hair in the natural way that it is when I wake up and wash it, people don't really like that too much. It makes them angry. It makes them sad in some way, shape, or form. People wonder why I didn't comb my hair.
it bothers you. And it's kind of a double-edged sword because now when people respond to you
Like
more
that.
favorably when you
Right.
are fake,
Right.
it makes you feel like, well, I'm not fake all the time, so if I were to take this off, would I be insecure?
Right. In the words of NDR Reed, I am not my hair. You know what I'm saying? Whether I wear a head wrap on my head, whether I choose to just do the little
My
curly.
hair make me a better person.
Yeah.
Does the way I wear my hair determine my integrity?
Or my intelligence.
Oprah has straight hair.
Right.
That's our segue. We love Oprah. Everyone has some love for the sister, Mama Oprah.
Yes.
She gives her audience free stuff, and now she's bringing it to a KFC near you. This week,
coupons could not be redeemed.
The week of Cinco de Mayo, up until I think 12 a.m. on May 6th, you could download a
Chicken
coupon
meal.
and get a free complimentary 2-piece grilled chicken meal from KFC.
It was grilled. That's
It was
classy.
grilled. Now, obviously, Oprah could afford to do this, but we doubt that she came out of her pocket. But she helped aid, because the coupons there was a link on Oprah.com. She gave away $42 million worth of free chicken meals.
And it was the number one thing on Twitter last week. It was Oprah, and then it was chicken. Chicken, and then it was Oprah.
Oprah, chicken,
And Oprah. And I'm wondering if there are people out there who take offense to this. Like, do you just feel like, okay, Oprah is the biggest, most multi-powerful black woman, you know what I'm saying, out there, and she giving away free chicken?
When KFC brought out the grilled chicken, and many people said, I don't go to KFC when I want grilled chicken. I go there when I want fried chicken.
I don't go to KFC, period, because their chicken always tastes exactly the
She don't go to
same.
KFC
Something is
she's
wrong
a
with that.
pescatarian and she only eats fish.
Well, but I'm just saying, even if I did, like Popeyes, I would eat that because the consistencies are different.
But this is how they justified it. Because KFC is trying to introduce a more healthy product.
Okay.
Grilled chicken is more healthy than fried chicken. So they're saying that Oprah, who's all about, who's went public with her battle with weight, is going public and, endorsing this more healthy, health-conscious product. So she can help it. But it is odd. Like, why KFC at all, Oprah? Why don't you just endorse,
Why don't you make your own brand? I mean, because you are famous enough, girl.
Yeah.
You can have your own level of top grade 10 rotisserie chickens. And people would flock, excuse the pun, flock to the store and buy them, girl.
It's true. We know why they wanted to
treat
give
their
out free
chickens
chicken.
badly.
They gave out free grilled chicken because no one wants to buy grilled chicken. If I want grilled chicken,
put them
baked
in
chicken, I'm going to go
cages.
to Boston Market, if not my mom's house.
They don't let them walk around. It's just,
They don't got heads.
and it always tastes slimy.
And if your baby eats them, if your 4-year-old
Why does
daughter
it
eats
always
it
taste
every day for a
slimy?
month, she might develop prematurely. So
Breasts
they
at age
got
4.
hormones in them things. And so,
Yeah,
I mean,
not
good or
good.
not, Miss Oprah,
Beaks have
you
been
are
found.
very influential. And so you doing this, you know, I'm not even going to lie, it's made me say, maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll pay for it because I don't have a printer.
It's made
So
me
I
feel
couldn't
like
download
Oprah just down with the man. I'm gonna throw the pink elephant in the room. I'm gonna throw it out there. Oprah girl, I think you done got to a place in your mogul and power and position where you just like, you know what, this is a good quick buck and I'm gonna take it. So cluck cluck.
It was a really sketchy move, Oprah. We don't know why you did it. I'm not anti this. I mean, hey, free is free. I like free food. But ultimately, in the bigger picture, you put your big name on KFC, which means that now you associate yourself with them. You endorse them, which means if KFC came out and was like, we hate people, you kind of agree. So you are down with KFC.
Tell us what you think. Get on your blogger. Please send us a comment. You can tweet us. You can email us. You can, tell us what you think. What do you think? Is this even a controversy? Like, is it even a big deal? I don't know.
Are we just vlogging?
Pontificating? Let us know. What
We
you
just
think.
want to show off our new hairstyles.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
We don't know. But we will be back.
Probably with a different hairdo.
Yep. Peace it out.
All right, I'm going to take it over to a guest host. So take it away now.
Thanks, Jasmine A. This is Valerie. Today I'll be talking to you about filmmaker Barry Jenkins, who created the film Medicine for Melancholy. The film is basically about two individuals going through the struggle in San Francisco, and they're dealing with money problems, class problems, and they're going through like a one-night stand, some type of thing going on. So check it out.
It seems like this city just pisses you off.
Nah, I love this city. I hate the city, but I love this city.
The movie is called Medicine for Melancholy. It's about this guy and this girl, this young African-American 20-somethings, kind of two artsy kids. They have a one-night stand, and the movie starts the morning after, and they wake up. They don't remember each other's names. They kind of know how they met, and we kind of just follow them for the next 24 hours as they get to know one another. And as we follow them, it's kind of like their story is a frame through which we experience modern-day San Francisco.
In the hills, the fog. Any man who can find a street corner's got himself a view. San Francisco's beautiful, and it's got nothing to do with privilege. It's got nothing to do with beatniks or hippies or yuppies. It just is. And you shouldn't have to be upper middle class to be a part of that.
I moved here, and then I got involved in this relationship, and when the relationship broke up, I kind of had all these thoughts in my head about the city, because I was experiencing the city for the first time by myself as opposed to experiencing it through this relationship. And I really felt like I hadn't made a movie in 4 years since I graduated film school, and I knew A, I needed to make a movie, and B, it needed to mean something. And so I kind of just pulled all those things together, and we made this movie. And I really feel like if we were going to make a movie, it couldn't just be about, a one-night stand. It needed to have some other issues to make it worth the time and energy that we put into it. Funny, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. The only reason that's the title of the movie is because I wrote the script and I didn't have a title for the film. And I was watching this Godard film, and a character in this Godard film from the 60s held up a book, and the title of the book was Medicine for Melancholy. And I just thought the words themselves, I was like, man, that's perfect. Exactly what this movie that I'm making means to me. And so we kind of just took the title. And then after we had made the film, I dug up the book, which you're right, it's hard to find. And it's a really short story. It's only like 5 pages. But even though we made it before I read the story, they totally worked. Like exactly how you say it. It was guerrilla. It was just run and gun. We had a light kit that fit in one suitcase, and that was pretty much all the gear we had. And we were trained to make movies in film school, so we kind of knew what we were doing. So anytime we went somewhere, we kind of used our limitations to our advantage. We didn't try and get these huge, beautiful Hollywood setups, because we knew we couldn't. And I think it's good that it comes across in the film because it is a really simple story, and you can see our really simple means. And I think they kind of work hand in hand. First film is in Arabic, and it's about this, this Arab American couple washing flags. My Josephine. Oh man, I like that, man. You did your research. And I wanted to make a movie that identified with that segment of the population, because right after 9/11, I had a few homeboys who were, I had a homeboy who was from Egypt, and he was just telling me about how, when he was flying home to Illinois to see his people, how tough it was. And so I just wanted to make a movie that would identify with that segment of the American population. And now I think, as I make more movies and I get farther away from that movie, which was really just a huge leap to the left, I still find myself having a hard time not making a movie where, my background, my identity as an African American doesn't influence the characters that I create, It's been cool taking the movie to film festivals in different cities around the country. It's really good to get people's reactions in different regions. We played the movie in Sarasota and it played well. And there might have been like 2 black people that saw the movie in between the 2 screenings in Sarasota. And we played the movie in Philly and it was like all black people and they loved it. And so it's just cool to see how the issues, particularly about the city, how they're reflected in these different other places like Philadelphia or Boston or Sarasota. And yeah, hell, I like everybody to see it if they could. And I think things are going really well. I think we're going to get a chance to put the movie in theaters. It'll be a really small theatrical run, but I think it's going to happen. And it'll be really cool to see what folks think of it.
Thanks for watching our clip. Now I'm about to send y'all back to the host, Jasmine A.
Our next movie is one that we found in the San Francisco International Film Festival, which just left the city, and we got to sit down with the director of the movie Easy Virtue, starring Jessica Biel. She plays this phenomenal character. She's bad. This character is sexy and just fine. And anyway, she's meeting her new husband's mother, and so it's about what happens when families are combining, because that will happen. Your family meets another family, and that's how you build your own. So this is what happens when those 2 worlds kind of don't agree with each other. It's very fun. Check it out on yotv. The director and the writer of Easy Virtue in the SFIFF San Francisco International Film Festival San Francisco International Film Festival. Without further ado, introduce yourselves, please.
Hi, I'm Stephen Elliott, the co-writer and director of Easy Virtue.
And my name's Sheridan Jobbins. I'm the co-writer of Easy Virtue.
Stupid boy.
What's happened?
Oh, it's John. He's married that
Francophile, photographer,
flute
pharmacist.
Smile, Marion. I don't feel like smiling.
You're English, dear. Fake it.
This is my wife.
Welcome.
The pleasure is all mine.
Oh, you're American.
We really wanted this is really a story about the old world being invaded by the new world, and in the instance it's an older woman with a lovely house and a lovely life, played by Kristen Scott Thomas, who's a goddess, basically having to come face to face with her new daughter-in-law, which is the sassy, gorgeous, kick-ass Jessica Biel, all set in the 1920s. And it's very much a story about that collision. It's a woman from an old world who suddenly realizes everything she's missed out on by this gorgeous, adorable woman.
I was happily carving out a niche for myself on the race circuit when I was unexpectedly flagged down by someone irresistible. Remarrying was the farthest thing from my mind.
I see.
It's based on an old Coward play, and he was a writer of the early 20th century, so he wrote it then. And he was writing for his age group, so he was writing for 20-year-olds in 1924. And so that's where the basic idea comes from. And what he wanted to do is a timeless idea of meeting the in-laws and the clash of culture that comes when people see eye to eye or don't see too eye to eye.
And this is the first original scribed in 20th century literature evil mother-in-law story. And what mother-in-law joke isn't good? They're all good, and it's a timeless joke. Pick on the mother-in-law, make her cry.
I think my personal favorite part was the part with the dog.
We put it in. It was not in the original play, of course, but a girlfriend of mine actually went to meet her boyfriend's family for the very first time. She was so nervous. She walked in, she wasn't looking, she sat on the couch, and the family chihuahua was actually underneath it. And she killed the chihuahua, and all hell broke loose. I don't know, I love that story, and I thought I've got to find a great way of getting it into a modern film. So we've stuck it into 1920, and it's actually real. I'm going to be completely honest. When I go and see a film like this, I'm usually pretty bored. And that was the big one. I go to sleep in films like this. I thought, nah. So when they gave it to me, you know, I'm very famous for a film called The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which is about a busload full of drag queens that gets caught in the outback, which won a couple of Academy Awards, believe it or not. Still haven't worked out why. The part of me that had to rock and roll this up. I said, no, we've really got to go here on this one. So camera work, we went mad. Sound, we went mad. We got lots of special effects in the movie. I mean, you don't see a film like this with this many special effects. I mean, we really got some cool effects. But the big one was the music. I mean, we just went completely bananas. We created this little band, and although we're doing 1922 type, all the sound was 1922, we started doing some fantastic experiments. And then in the second reel, the thing breaks into a 1922 version of The Car Wash. And it's The Car Wash, Rolls-Royce's Car Wash. And to see an audience burst out laughing once they get the joke. And it was really good to kind of rock and roll it up. And, you know, I know your nan is going to go or want to go and see a film like this. Well, we're not making this film for the nan. We're making it for you.
The car, the BMW. Can you tell me about that car? It was beautiful.
Well, Steph wanted to make Larita, the central character, arrive like an alien in a big, shiny spacecraft, which is effectively what she does. And the family is sort of stuck in the past, and she's coming from the future. It's a beautiful, authentic, original 1930s race car.
No, you walk into a room, people go quiet when Jessica walks in a room. And particularly the way we've dressed her on this one. I mean, there's a couple of dresses in this film where you can see pretty much everything, to a point where I said, no underpants, no bra, just go with that. And when that car pulled on set, Jessica got ignored.
She's also one of the nicest women you could ever meet. She's kind, she's thoughtful, she works for charity, she does all of that. So I think it took Steph to bring out the hard sharpness and the nastiness in her. And it was quite fun watching her practice the lines in the early days, because some of them are really cutting, and you'd see her at dinner and she'd kind of have a go at it like at one of us, because we'd written it so it was safe. And it was like, Jess, that's so rude, I can't believe you did that. And she'd go, oh, this is fun.
The harlot stealing into the nursery.
The delicious concubine with the delectable ears, nose, neck. I could just eat you.
After that meal, I'm not surprised.
It's in the festival, but also what do you anticipate for how to get this out there to other young viewers?
We're going out, and we'll be coming out across in San Francisco at the end of May. I think it's May 25, I think. There'll be a couple of cinemas. And if a lot of people go, there'll be more cinemas. But the big one is this, believe me, if you've never seen one of these films, go. I did not make this film for your grandma. I made it for you.
He couldn't stand for teasing.
Is it true you've had as many lovers as they say? Of course it's not true. Hardly any of them actually loved me. She's scandalous.
Let's misbehave.
When does the carnage begin?
Okay, yotv, that's the end of the family time, family circle. Go to your house, go home, go in the room, call your mom, call your grandma, call your sister, call somebody, and tell them you love them. That was the aim of this show. Appreciate your family. I'm gonna go call my mommy. But first, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna say thank you for watching. If you want to know more about what we do, watch vlogs, go to our website, read stories, go to youthoutlook.org, and check us out. Look for us. We'll be back. yotv. Area, Chicago, Sacktown. That's Sacramento, if you're not from California.